It's boiling, it's hot, summer is coming, so let's talk about some summer blockbusters. Hey everyone, welcome to another top 20 list, top 10 list, top 20 though. Welcome to another list. This is my top 20 favorite summer blockbusters. Everyone wants me to do these lists for the top 10, my favorite summer films and stuff. I might make a list about like movies about summer and stuff, like Summer Vacation or something like that. If I could find enough, I might do that. But I'm going to be talking about some summer blockbusters. Big, huge movies that we all know, everyone knows about, and they came out during the summertime. So I thought I'd talk about my top 20 favorite summer blockbusters. A few of these movies, they didn't make a shit ton of money, but they're known as like big, memorable, big movies nowadays. And more than half of these movies were on my top 50 favorite films of all time. Sadly, you can tell what one of them is. One of them is, I wonder what's on it. Anyways, sorry about that. Let's get to it. Here's my top 20 favorite summer blockbusters. Number 20, Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is directed by Doug Liman, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Love this fucking movie. This movie did the Groundhog Day formula, the storytelling of Groundhog Day, but it put it into a great, epic, amazing sci-fi action movie / kind of comedy. Great movie, very funny, very enjoyable. I love Tom Cruise in this movie because he doesn't play like the typical kick-ass Tom Cruise character. He's kind of like a fucking coward in this game, but then as the days repeat more and more, he becomes more of a cool badass that we all know Tom Cruise to be. And Emily Blunt's amazing as the Full Metal Bitch. I love Bill Paxton in the movie as well as a very uptight sergeant. That's always great for Bill Paxton. Rest in peace. Doug Liman, I love him as a filmmaker. This is one of my favorites of his. It's a great summer movie. It didn't do very well in the box office, but it did super well when it came into Blu-ray sales. I'm glad a lot of people love it and appreciate it. I love Edge Tomorrow. I think it's a very underappreciated movie. Love Edge Tomorrow. Number 19, Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is a great movie, one of my favorite Pixar films. Very sad ending to the series. I think Toy Story 3 is the proper ending. Toy Story 4 I still really enjoyed, but Toy Story 3 is a lot better. That's the proper way to the Toy Story trilogy for me, and I just love the story of the Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. Andy growing up with his toys, Woody and Buzz and the whole gang going through these adventures. This one was a great one. Them going to this like psychotic daycare run by this teddy bear. Lots of hugging bears, almost like a mobster. You got Michael Keaton as a Ken doll. That's just amazing right there. And just everything about Toy Story 3 is just so good. And that ending when Andy has to say goodbye to his toys and play with them one last time. So sad. So sad. Number 18, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I love Spielberg. Spielberg's one of my favorite directors. E.T. is a lovely film, great film. I think all kids should watch E.T. I watched E.T. as a kid. I had the VHS as a kid. All kids should be watching E.T. It's a great family adventure sci-fi film about friendship. It's about friendship and about not judging people on how different they are and stuff. Because when E.T. comes, the government wants to take him away and maybe even kill him because he's an alien and stuff. But he just wants to go back home, and it's just so sad. It's so great. I'll be right here. Elliot is a great character too, very good. Everyone is great in this movie. Even the young Drew Barrymore is great. Spielberg's direction's great. John Williams' score is amazing. Just love E.T. Number 17 is Spider-Man 2. I went with Spider-Man 2 because I think Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man. I always go back and forth between Spider-Man 2 and Into the Spider-Verse. When I did the ranking, I think I had Spider-Verse at number 1. Anytime I switch back and forth every single time. Right now it's Spider-Man 2, but next week it might be Spider-Verse again. They're both amazing Spider-Man films. Actually, if the Spider-Man video game was a movie, that would be the best. That's such a great game. But Spider-Man 2 is a great game. A great movie. Movie. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But Tobey Maguire is a great Peter Parker / Spider-Man. I like Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. Even Kirsten Dunst is good in the movie. Every speech Rosemary Harris makes as Aunt May is great and epic. The action's great, and just it's such a good story, and I love everything about Spider-Man 2. Number 16, The Fugitive. Love The Fugitive. Love The Fugitive. Great movie. A lot of people don't even know this is a summer movie. Yeah, it's a summer movie. Andrew Davis directed this movie. I love this movie. Harrison Ford, I didn't kill my wife. Tommy Lee Jones, I don't care. Tommy Lee Jones won an Oscar for this. Well deserved. I love him as Deputy Gerard. He's so great in this movie. Harrison Ford is so good, though. Oh, I love him in this movie because he claims that a one-armed man killed his wife. And, of course, no one believes him. But when he escapes that prison bus, he is on the move to investigate who killed his wife. Great movie. Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones, Joe Pantoliano. The whole cast is great. And just one of my favorite action-adventure movies / thrillers. And it's a summer blockbuster movie, so yeah. Number 15, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Great movie. This is one of the unique films that blended the animation with live action, but it was like CGI. It was so cool, very revolutionary that like all these Disney characters and Mickey Mouse characters and cartoon characters all came together for this live action film. Zemeckis did an amazing job. I love Bob Hoskins. I love Christopher Lloyd as Judge Doom. Everyone's great in this movie. All the cameos are great. It's a lovely film. I've always loved Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I've always loved this film. And I still to this day do. Number 14, T2, Judgment Day. It's one of the greatest action sci-fi films of all time. Like, what else do I need to say? It's fucking Terminator 2. It's badass. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger kicking motherfuckers' asses. Hasta la vista, baby. John Connor, Edward Furlong will always be John Connor to me. Not Nick Stahl or Christian Bale or whoever the fuck else played him. Just, no. T2 is a badass movie. First one's still better, but T2 is a better action movie, and it feels like more of like a summer blockbuster, though. So yeah, T2. Number 13, The Iron Giant. I'm so disappointed that this movie didn't do well when it came out in theaters in 1999. Super underrated, very underappreciated film. I'm glad it has this huge cult following and people fucking love this movie. Everyone watches this movie. Everyone shows their kids The Iron Giant because it's such a great movie. What Brad Bird directed, how he directed and wrote this movie was amazing. Such a compelling story, great characters. That's how you utilize Vin Diesel. Just don't give him a lot of lines. Great movie, though. Love The Iron Giant, though. Very, very touching, heartwarming story. Number 12, Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid no ghosts. Woo! Great movie, though. Yeah. I love Ghostbusters. One of my favorite comedies. Again, what Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd did. It was a triple threat right there. And then plus you got Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, and Rick Moranis in this movie. Fuck, man. Gold. I heard they're making an extended cut of the Lady Ghostbusters. That just sounds fucking stupid to me, but whatever. Ghostbusters, the original from the 80s, is the one true Ghostbusters. One of my favorite films of all time. Number 11, Risky Business. Great movie. It's about this kid played by Tom Cruise. No, Tom Cruise movie. And basically his parents, they go away for the week, and he orders a prostitute, but then she steals from him, but then he like wants his money back, but then they spawn this like relationship, and then she has to pay her pimp off, and then he has to like run a whorehouse in his house. It's so crazy, it's so weird, but it's a great comedy. It's one of my favorite comedies of the 80s. It's a great movie. It's got a great soundtrack. It's one of my favorite young performances by Tom Cruise. Just, I love Risky Business. Great movie. Number 10, Star Wars, 1977. A lot of people debate it. Is Star Wars better than the Empire is Star Wars better than the Empire Strikes Back? I say no, but it is still a very good debate. Star Wars 1977 is still a great film. What George Lucas did, how he wrote and directed this movie was amazing, revolutionary. He did borrow story plot lines, obviously, from like Akira Kurosawa, Old School Flash Gordon, but it doesn't matter. This is like a timeless, amazing, epic story. It's Star Wars. Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, David Prowse, James Earl Jones, Mark Hamill, what's his name? I played Peter Cushing. All are amazing in this movie. So good. John Williams scored, the sound mixing, the writing. It's so great. Everything about Star Wars is amazing. Number 9, Jurassic Park. Going with Spielberg again. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite monster films of all time. I've always loved this film. Even as a kid, I thought it was like one of the coolest films ever. Still to this day, I still think it's one of the coolest movies ever. can't even talk in this video. I'm just like so excited and so hot right now. I'm just summer. Ah! Jurassic Park. Love this movie. This is what happens when you put a smart director in making a good, intelligent monster movie with intelligent characters in it and a great story. And of course, they had to bank on it and make a shit ton of sequels. Ugh. But Jurassic Park, great movie though. Number 8, Die Hard. Die Hard is a summer blockbuster. I had no fucking idea that was true. I thought it was a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas, but apparently it's a summer blockbuster. Who the fuck knew, huh? I didn't know, but I love Die Hard. It's one of my favorite. It's probably like my favorite action movie of all time. So yeah, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yes. Number 7, Back to the Future. Back to the Future. I love everything about Back to the Future. 1.21 gigawatts. Great movie. Great time traveler movie. It's so great. Great soundtrack. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Marty and Doc all the way. One of the greatest duos ever in film. It's Back to the Future. Amazing. Number 6. It's Jaws. Jaws. Love everything about Jaws. It's the first summer blockbuster. 1975's Jaws. This created the blockbuster. Amazing monster movie. Spielberg just knows how to make proper monster films. Adds intelligence, realism, and humanism into his monster films with great characters. They're just timeless, amazing stories. And Jaws is one of the best. One of the best. Number 5, Unforgiven. Another movie I didn't know it was a summer film, but it is. It's one of my favorite westerns. It is my favorite western of all time. Great Clint Eastwood, epic. It's dark, it's raw, it's amazing. It's Unforgiven. Number 4, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love this movie. It's a great action adventure, squashbuckling, serial adventure movie. It's just so good. Harrison Ford's amazing. It's Indiana Jones. I love all the sequels, but none of them will ever top Raiders of the Lost Ark for me. Number 3, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight's my favorite superhero film of all time. Probably my favorite Nolan film of all time. Just everything about The Dark Knight is just incredible. Incredible. Actually, I'll put in. I totally forgot Inception was also a summer film, so I'll put Inception in there as well. Totally forgot about Inception. Just blanked on that right now, so sorry about that. Number 2, The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie. Favorite film, one of my favorite films of all time. Got it right there. I've talked a lot about it. Empire Strikes Back. Number 1, Blade Runner. Blade Runner, summer blockbuster. No, not really a blockbuster because it didn't make a lot of money, but Blade Runner is a summer film. Didn't know that either. Know it now. It's amazing. Everyone knows Blade Runner is my favorite film of all time. Don't need to talk a lot about that. So Blade Runner, amazing, great film. Summer films. So yeah, that was my top 20 favorite summer blockbusters in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, do you guys agree with this top 20 list? If not, give me your guys' opinions. What are your guys' favorite summer blockbusters of all time? Your top 10s, 20s, 30s, 50s, 100s, thousands. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if it's this video, please subscribe to the channel and join the dark side.